I'm going to teach this way today, maybe. All right. You don't have to. It's just weird. Everybody came in and just sat down. Hey, we're not allowed to have fun in this class, okay? Levodopa. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. All right. Everybody doing well? Thanks again to my friends who came for World Tai Chi Day. Yeah. It was a little chilly outside, but it was good. Yeah, it was. It was. And they built that new area for us. That worked out really well because they didn't used to have that area there. Pardon? I had 10 people. It wasn't that many, but there's some people like there's a lady who I've been teaching for, 2 years, and I'd never seen her face to face. It's always been through video. So it was nice to see her. There was a lady who just had, remember Evelyn? So Evelyn was teaching her first, you weren't there at the time, probably. You were there. Okay. So Evelyn would taught her first class yesterday. So that's, I think you came right after because she led the warm up exercises. She missed a few of them. That's all right. But she led her first class on yesterday and she said it went really well. She said, I've got some rough edges, but I'll smooth them out. And she had 16 people. So that's great. And she's teaching over on the east side in Fairview Heights. So that's really good. That's really good. Um, I think she's teaching for Oasis, the group Oasis, and I do some teaching for them, but I also teach the teachers for Oasis also. There's a master trainer up he used to be in KC, now he's in Chicago. He comes in, teaches them, and I assist him with his teaching. So Oasis is trying to reach out and teach more of the classes, but I do teaching for Oasis also. So it was fun though. Yeah, it is. It's good. It's good to see Tai Chi branching out and helping more people. So, because and actually, due to Oasis, we started. Man, it was close to 10 years ago. I think it was around 10 years ago. Missouri, of all 50 states, we rated 49th or 50, depending on how you counted it, in number of falls. That's not an area you want to lead in at all. Falls. Yeah. Fall. People falling. So they started something called the Show Me Free Falls Coalition. And I was a part of that. And it still exists. But they moved them from the 49th or 50th up to 25 in that period of time. So that's good. That's really, really good. And a lot of that is due to Oasis. And Oasis really, because I helped do this, like I was in Colombia and taught Tai Chi. I was in Chillicothe a couple times and taught Tai Chi. So it's in part to people learning Tai Chi to keep them from falling. So let's do some Tai Chi, shall we? All right. Now, you were the one who sat down. Right hand, make it into a fist representing power. I want to stand this way. Yeah, it's all right. Right hand, fist, power, left hand, fingers together, friendship, tucking the thumb, humility, welcome. Thank you guys for being here, even if you stood on the same side of the room. All right. Deep breathing to get us started. You want to do regular breathing or the Qigong breathing? Okay. I know. Qigong? All right. So, 5 elements, 6 breaths for each element, 3 breaths for earth in between. All right. Starting with the earth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Move to metal for 6 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Return to earth for 3 breaths. Inhale, hands by the dantian, below the belly button. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Move to water for 6 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Keep the back straight. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Return to earth for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Move to wood for 6 breaths. Palms up at the dantian. Inhale, palms down at the heart. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale at the heart. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, nice and slow. Inhale, exhale. I totally lost count. Inhale and exhale. I think that's 6. Return to earth for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Move to fire. So left hand is palm up at the dantian, right hand covering over the top. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Reverse. So the right hand is palm up, left hand covers. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Return to earth for 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Pause for a moment, just feel the chi in your body and relax. Beautiful. Look at your hands. Kind of look mottled. So, pardon me? That's your chi. Yep. So whether you believe it or not, that's your chi. It's interesting when Dr. Lam who grew up in China, escaped to Hong Kong when he was 16 years old. He was on the wrong part of the regime. Um, he escaped to Hong Kong. That's when he first met his father. And then he became a medical doctor and ran a family practice for 40 years. He at first didn't believe in Qi. And since he was a medical doctor, like most medical doctors, it's like, you got to show it to me. But then he started believing in Qi, and he said, whether you believe it or not, it's there, which is a cool thing. So, um, also that qigong 5-element breathing, that makes a really good meditation, and you only have to learn 5 poses, right? Earth, metal, water, wood, and fire. Oh, fire. So you only have to learn 5 poses, and you can make that into a meditation. You can just keep going around the circle on that one, and you can do 3 breaths for each element. You can do 6 breaths for each element. Usually it's done the way that I do it. You come back to earth. When you look at the yin yang symbol, each element is at the end here, and the earth is in the center of the yin yang symbol. So a lot of times you come back to earth as you're doing that breathing. But you can do whatever you want to do with it, right? And make that into a really easy standing meditation. Strengthen your legs, strengthen the body while you're doing it. Okay? All right. I look at the computer every so often in case they're leaving me any comments. All right. Let's do our warm-up exercises. We're going to just start at the neck and move down from there, unless anybody has any questions about those 12 exercises. All right. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck in the chin. I'm not here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. No worries. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Next neck exercise, moving side to side. Inhale, 2 prayer hands, right hand on top. Exhale, left hand, left shoulder. Inhale to center, prayer hands, left hands on top. Exhale, right hand, right shoulder. Turn the neck. Inhale, right hand on top. Exhale. Inhale, left hand's on top, and exhale. Inhale, right hand's on top. Exhale. Inhale, left hand's on top, and exhale. Inhale, back to prayer hands. Exhale, relax the hands down. As you get farther along with that exercise, as you're holding the ball, doing the Tai Chi ball, even looking at the hand, what I'm actually looking at is I'm looking beyond the hand. So I'm looking beyond the middle finger. So I'm watching like that poster over there, but I'm still watching my hand with my peripheral vision. That helps keep your neck up. So I'm not doing this, but I'm doing this. All right. So I'm still watching my hands, but I'm actually looking like towards the fan that's right next to you, or what's on the wall. Okay. So so you kind of look beyond the hand as you do that, all right? Forward shoulder circles. Again, look long as you do this. Shoulders back, up, forward, and down. This happened last year. Whatever. Shoulders back, up, forward, and down. Last hour. Shoulders forward or back, up, forward, down. Let's do that one more time. Shoulders back, up, forward, and down. Try to keep the hands down at the sides. So shoulders forward, up, back, and forward, up, back, and down. One more time. Shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Next, we'll gather chi, reaching for infinity. All right. Gently, we reach out, reach up. Beautiful stretch. Keep looking straight ahead. Exhale, relax the hands down. Gently, we're reaching out, reaching up. Beautiful stretch. Keep looking straight ahead. Keep the chin level. Don't watch your hands. Exhale, relax the hands down. Beautiful. One more time. Gently reach out, reach up. Beautiful stretch. Good job. Exhale, relax the hands down. Beautiful. Touching heaven and earth. Inhale to prayer hands. Left hand up, right hand down, stretching the spine. Come back to center. Right hand up, left hand down, stretch that spine. Keep the body straight as you're doing this. Come back to center. Left hand up, right hand down, stretching that spine. Then right hand up, left hand down, stretch that spine. Left hand up, right hand down, stretching the spine. And then right hand up, left hand down, stretch, elongate the spine. Keep the body straight. Come back to center, prayer hands on knees maybe, and relax the hands down. All right, carrying the ball side to side. Prayer hand position, Tai Chi ball, left hand on top. Keep the hips square to the front. So I turn to the left without turning the hips. Turn the ball over, right hand's on top. Turn to the right again without turning the hips. Turn the ball over, left hand's on top. Gently turn to the left. Try to not turn the hips, just the upper body. Turning the ball over, right hand's on top. Turn to the right. Sounds like a dance move. One more time. Left hand's on top. Gently turn to the left. Turn the ball over. Right hand's on top. Gently turn to the right. And then turn the ball over. Come back to center. Relax the hands down. All right. Lower body exercises. We're going to work on our balance. Use your chair as you do this. Keep the posture nice and straight. Keep the knee bent. Prayer hand position. Push to the right. Keep a bend in the right knee. Tap or float left foot. Come back to center. Push to the left. Bend in the left knee. Don't turn the hips. Touch or float the right foot. And back to center. Notice my hips don't change. To the right, tap or float left foot. Through center, to the left, tap or float right foot. And come back to center. It helps if you stay straighter. One more time. To the right, tap or float left foot. Good job. And then to the left, tap or float the right foot. And come back to center. Relax the hands down. A lot of times what happens is our leg starts to get weak, so we start counterbalancing ourselves, and that leg gets weaker, and we keep counterbalancing ourselves. And now that's when you end up having a situation where you need a chair or potentially falling. Um, Also, key is to try and keep the hips square to the front so our legs are moving like scissors. So I'm not turning my hips like I'm doing here, but I'm keeping your hips like this so your hips are equal distance from the front, okay? And your legs move like scissors and you're stretching this part of the leg. Um, just like the quadricep is named because it has 4 muscles to it, the hamstring also has 4 muscles, and a lot of them connect up to the hip area. So a lot of people, that's why if your hamstrings are tight, you have back problems a lot of times because those hamstrings are constantly pulling on that pelvis and they're rocking the pelvis back, and that's making the back hurt. Okay. And so when we do that, we open up the hips and takes the pressure off the back too. Okay. All right. Forward and backward hip exercise, the hokey pokey, weight shift to the right, empty left heel. Hands behind us. Lift the knee, empty left toe, hands in front of us. Lift the knee, empty left heel. Lift the knee, empty left toe. Beautiful. One more time. Good spacing. Empty left heel. and empty left toe. And come back to center. Good job. Weight shift to the left. Body's nice and straight this direction and this direction, right? Empty right heel, hands behind us. Lift the knee, empty right toe, hands in front of us. Lift the knee, empty on the heel, and lift the knee, empty on the toe. This is a hard balance exercise. Lift the knee, empty heel, and lift the knee, empty toe. You guys have great spacing on your feet. Come back to center. Good job. So take your left hand, raise it in the air, and then pat yourself on the back. Good spacing with your feet. That's a way to congratulate yourself. There you go. Except I said left hand, not right hand. Okay, good. Good for you. All right. Bow stance, hands loosely gripped at the belt line. Weight shift to the right. Pick up that left leg. Heel kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up that left leg, float the foot to the ground. Weight shift left, pick up the right leg. Heel kick right, punch out left fist. Pick up the right leg and float the foot to the ground. Excellent. Weight shifts right, bend in the right knee. Don't lock that knee out. Pick up that left leg, heel kick left. Pick up that left leg, back to center. Good job. Weight shift left, bend in that left knee. Pick up the right leg, heel kick right, punch out left fist. Pick up the right leg and back to center. Good job. Try and keep that knee bent. It's hard to do, right? When you put weight on the leg, you kind of want to lock that knee out. It actually is making your muscles weaker when you do that, okay? Keep that knee bent. You'll strengthen the muscles. You'll improve your balance. And actually what happens is when you start feeling kind of wobbly, you kind of bend the knee even a little more. That sinks your center of gravity and stabilizes you a little bit, okay? So bending that knee stabilizes you. All right, weight shift to the right. Pick up the left leg, heel kick left, punch out right fist. Pick up the left leg, float the foot to the ground. Weight shift to the left, pick up the right leg, heel kick right, punch out the left fist. Pick up the right leg and float the foot to the ground. You guys should be really proud of yourselves. You know how many Parkinson's people can do that? They're probably standing in the room right now. The people who can stand on one leg with Parkinson's disease. There's very few people that can do that. You were just doing it though. I'm sorry, I thought I saw you take your hand away from the chair. Sorry, I have to I'm still working on my balance, so I have to concentrate. I thought I saw you. Look at you. That's amazing. I'm sorry? Yes. Really, that's an amazing thing. So look at it this way. If you found like 10 people, the same sex, same age group, and how many of them could stand on one foot, you probably find one other person besides you. And maybe not even them, and they probably don't have Parkinson's disease. So you're an elite group, so good job, okay? All right, you can. But you're actively working against that. Yeah, and you got to stay active, and you got to keep doing the kickboxing or yoga or whatever you're doing. You need to keep doing that exercise. So, but the fact that you can do it is amazing. And I went from early March, I had to hold on to a chair for my balance, and I'm able to do it without a chair now. After and start of April, I wasn't using a chair next to me. So in a month, and actually it was 4 months ago yesterday, I got operated on. I couldn't stand on one leg for the life of me. But I worked at it, and look how I'm doing. Look how you guys are doing. Okay, so look at what you got, not at what you don't got, right? All right, bow stance, hands loosely clenched to the belt line. Weight shifts right, step out empty left. Bow stance, 70% of the weight on the left. keeping space between the feet. Weight shifts back. See, I have that space between my feet and come back to center. Leave that space. Think of your feet on railroad tracks, right? So when you step out, you're on that same railroad track. You don't step between the tracks, and you definitely don't step on the same track. Okay? So weight shift to the left, step out empty right, and bow stance. Good. That looks nice. Weight shifts back and come back to center. See how that felt more stable? Weight shift left, or weight shift right, step out empty left. Now, pause for 1 second. A little bit more space between your feet. A little bit more. There we go. Bow stance. See how much more stable that feels? Weight shifts back, come back to center. Weight shifts left, step out empty right, and bow stance. Weight shifts back and come back to center. Weight shifts right, step out empty left, bow stance, good job. Weight shifts back and return to center. Weight shifts left, step out empty right, and bow stance. Weight shifts back and return to center. Beautiful. Good job. Good job. So we want that to be like in your mind, in your muscle memory. So when you're out there in the real world, that you're not stepping like this, but stepping like this. You have that wide base to work from. It's going to keep you nice and safe. Exactly. I used to when I was younger and my kids were younger, I would stand in that bow stance, and I'd tell my girls, try and push me over. We had a game where I would stand like this and they'd try to push me over, and they couldn't do it. They'd be like, "Oh, Daddy's so strong." Um, Go ahead. Sure. No, no, it actually it works out. 49, yeah. No, no, no. Fall is not something we do in a class. Fall is a season. But most people who fall will report their falls, and some of them go to the hospital where they get reported, or they self-report their falls. So they took the falls all the falls self-reported, and from the hospital, like, there's some people, like my mother was one of these. She fell, she broke her hip, so that's recorded as a fall. Okay. Right. You should. Are you reporting them to your physician? Okay. So by you doing that, that's self-reporting. You told your physician, so that your physician has it in your chart now that you fell. Yes. Well, most people that fall know they have fallen, and you may have somebody who's deceptive, but most older adults are worried about falling. I mean, it's a big thing. It's not only for people with Parkinson's, it's everybody is worried about falling. And so when you talk to your doctor, you're confidential, because between the doctor patient confidentiality, um, but they can take that data and they'll put it in your chart. But they can also report that to the state, so the state can log that. So, you should make sure that your physician knows about those. And if you want to tell me, that's up to you also. I'll keep it confidential. Um, but to know, there's an incident in fall, right? So I'm a trained fall professional, besides being a trained Tai Chi person. So I'm trained in fall prevention, and I do talks on fall prevention. And the fact of the matter is, if you fall, you're more likely to fall because you fall. You're also more likely to fall If the doctor says, I'm worried about you falling, your fall incidence goes up because of that. Okay. If you don't have your eyes checked annually, you're more likely to fall. If you're on more than, is it three? I'm going to say four. It's either three or five. They'll say four medicines. If you're on more than four medicines, which pretty much everybody with Parkinson's is on a lot more than four medicines, you're more likely to fall. And the really sobering statistic, and this is why Missouri put together a coalition, why Oasis has spent so much money in grants and falling, is if you fall, you're more likely to fall, and if you fall and break something like your hip, you will probably not be with us in a year. You have a 90% chance of not making a year. If you fall in, if you're elderly, you fall and you break something, you're more likely to not come back. That doesn't mean that you can't do it. It's just very hard. It's very hard to do. And I know this for a fact because, like, my mother fell, she broke her hip, and I was following her to the hospital. I was talking to my wife on the phone, who is a nurse. And I told my wife, I said, this is bad for mom because she probably won't be here next year. And my wife was like, well, that's kind of a mean thing to say about your mom. But mom was also dead in 2 weeks. So, yep. Well, but you're telling someone, this is why falls are so important. And this is why what we do here is so important, and why I was complimenting you guys, because you guys are really working at it. But this is why we want to make sure that we don't fall, because the statistics bear that out. Because you're asking a person like my mother, who had Parkinson's disease, you're asking her, a lady who couldn't balance on two legs, you're now asking her to balance on one leg for 6 weeks. So how well do you think that went over? Um, because she had her hip repair, and so they said stay off your hip for 6 weeks. And I'm sorry. They do get you back up, but you're still on one leg. You're not on two legs unless they replace your hip. You're back on one leg, and then they tell you keep the weight off of it. They put a pillow between your legs when you sleep. And I even asked her orthopedist, I said, how come they don't replace the hip so then she can use both legs again? He said, insurance company doesn't cover it. It's like, pardon me? I don't think it is, actually. Okay, good. I hope they're changing that. Right. Because again, you're asking a person to stand on one leg that's been standing on two legs and having trouble balancing. That doesn't work out. That doesn't work out. And mom died of respiratory failure, but she broke her hip. She was in bed, so she became less mobile, which affected her and got pneumonia in her lungs. And then she had breathing problems, and that caused her to pass. So on her death certificate, it says that she had respiratory failure, but it was a fall that triggered all of that. It was the fall and the repair from the fall that triggered all of that. So, and I've seen it happen over and over again, that people who fall, inevitably, I will tell that story, and somebody will say, "Oh yeah, that happened to me too. Mom was dead within a month after she fell." So this is why falls are so important, to reduce those falls. And again, that's why you guys are doing so good. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, now you're mad. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And with people with Parkinson's, they have found out, this is, I think that Daryl brought this up at the one class that happens on Tuesday. So balancing resides in the center of your brain. Okay. But they have found a study in Seattle released last year found that people with Parkinson's that their balance is no longer in the center of their brain, their balance moves forward. That's why the doctor was probably asking you what was going on around there, because sometimes if you're doing an administrative function like trying to figure out where you're going or something like that, um, it's clogging up your brain because the brain, the instead of the balance being in the center of the brain, it moves up to the frontal lobe, which is all where administrative functions take place. And it's like a computer, it gets locked up. And that's why people who foot freeze, I don't see anybody here that does that. People who foot freeze, you saw this in a class before COVID. There was one gentleman who would come into class and he would freeze right when he got to the door, and he would freeze for like 10 seconds. After Tai Chi, he just walked right out. And they think the freezing is now caused by, like a computer, you open up too many windows on a computer, your computer starts to freeze because it doesn't have enough memory. Excuse me, they think that's what happens with foot freezing, and why people, as they walk through a door, they're more likely to foot freeze than not, or than in an open room, because their mind is thinking what's on the other side of the door and all of that. So their mind starts to think and starts to get too clogged up. So one of the things Oasis did was they were talking to doctors, and that's a very simple question you can ask a patient is, have you fallen in the last year? And if they have, balance therapy is one of the best things you can do, and Tai Chi is one of the best balance exercises. Okay? What? Yes. Look how much better. When you came to me, you couldn't do any of these exercises. You couldn't lift your foot off the floor and stand on one leg and lift your foot up, right? You actually you are. You're better than what you're giving yourself credit for. And it doesn't matter whether you're good or bad. It matters whether you're trying. Yes. Yes. And that's yeah, doing it safely, making sure you have a wall to hold on to or chairs to hold on to. Yes. Yes, exactly. That's a brain. The brain is relearning, going, oh, I won't do that. You know, when you were doing the one exercise and you kind of step to the side, your brain is like, okay, I gotta change that, right? Can't do that. So, yeah, but we do it in a safe environment like this. That's exactly why it works. Okay, that is a good discussion. All right, let's. Pardon me. Yes. Well, part of Tai Chi is learning the book learning of it. All right, let's do our ankle exercises, okay? So weight shift to the left or right. I'm sorry. Weight shift to the right, left foot. Touch heel and then toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, and toe. Now, if you want to, step back empty on the left foot, then shift weight to the left foot, right foot, heel and toe. Heel and toe. Heel, toe, heel. Don't look at your feet. And toe. With your right foot, step back empty. Don't put weight on it. Then shift your weight. Left foot, little toe, and big toe. Outside and inside. Little toe, big toe. Outside, inside. One more time. Little toe and big toe. And step back empty on the left. Weight shift left, right foot, little toe and big toe. Outside, inside, little toe and big toe. And back to Wuji. Beautiful. Shake your legs loose. That's our warm-ups. Good job. I was going to tell you really quick. So there's a lady, remember Nancy used to come to my class, Dave? She had a walker sometimes. You'd recognize her if you saw her. So she got a brand new watch, an Apple Watch, and so she would, um, as she was doing class, she'd get a text and read her text. Every time she read her text, she lost her balance. So she didn't fall, but she'd be like this and like have to hold on to her walker or her chair every time she read her watch. And so her husband used to come by and pick her up, and I noted that to him, and I told her, I said, you have got to quit. You have to set yourself or sit down, then read your watch. Quit trying to multitask. And that is that whole thing of the balance coming out of the center of the brain to the frontal lobe. It was too much for her to handle, and she would lose balance. So concentrate, remove your, the all the distractions that get to us, the phone when you're driving, all that stuff. Remove those distractions. That's one of the things I did in recovering, and I'm still doing it. That I don't, I only take a call if it's an emergency while I'm driving. Like if my wife calls, hi, is this an emergency? Can I call you back? Great, because I don't multitask well for my healing. So do that. Don't talk on the phone and drive. When you're driving, you're driving. That's all you're doing is driving. And then the phone call can wait till afterwards, and texting can wait till wherever you're getting to. Or if you need to text, pull over in the next parking lot, then text. But keep the one thing at a time. And especially when you get tired, when you have Parkinson's disease and you get tired, you need to focus on your balance. Okay. So if you're out late one night and you're walking home or walking up your driveway or in your garage or whatever, you don't think about anything else. You think about getting into the house safely. Okay. So you don't allow yourself to be distracted. Okay. All right. I'll get off my soapbox. Let me get a drink of water real fast. Dave, did you run a marathon? Awesome. Awesome. Good for you. Good for you. Yes. Okay. And you did. Yeah. No, that's good. You probably couldn't walk for a few days, but good job. Good job, though. Yeah. All right. So let's do a leg strengthening exercise. All right. Keep your body straight. Keep the knee bent. All right. Weight shift to the left, right foot, cat stance. Tap the right foot to the front, empty, and cat stance. Tap the right foot to the side. All your weight stays left, and cat stance. And tap the right foot behind us, and cat stance. And back to Wuji. Beautiful. Weight shift to the right, left foot, cat stance. Keep the body straight. Left foot to the front, empty, and cat stance. Left foot to the side, cat stance, and left foot behind us, cat stance. Simon says, return to normal. Fuji. All right, shake your legs loose. See, your body's learning a whole lot about balance right there in that exercise. All right, round two. Weight shift to the left, right foot, cat stance. You've done this twice now. Good for you. Tap the right foot to the front, empty. Set the right foot down. Shift weight to the right. Tap or float left foot. Set the left foot down. Weight shift left and cat stance. Make sure your body's nice and straight. Tap the right foot beside us. That's to the side. Set the right foot down, but don't put any weight on it. Shift weight to the right. Tap or float left foot. Then set the left foot down without any weight. Shift weight to the left. Right cat stance. Tap the right foot behind us. Plenty of space between the feet. Good job. Set the right foot down without any weight. Shift the weight to the right. Keep the back straight. Keep the body straight. Tap or float left foot. Set the left foot down. Weight shift to the left. And cat stance. Nice. Back to Wuji. Beautiful. Other side. Weight shift to the right. Left foot. Cat. Keep the body straight. Left foot to the front. Empty. Set the left foot down. Shift weight to the left. Tap or float the right foot. Set the right foot down behind us. Shift weight to the right. And left cat stance. Good job. Left foot to the side. Keep all your weight on the right. Set the left foot down. Now shift weight left. Tap or float that right foot. Keep the bend in the left knee. Set the right foot down. Weight shift right. Go slow with that. And left cat stance. Tap the left foot behind us. Empty. Set the left foot down without any weight. Keep your weight over on your right. Weight shift back to the left. Tap or float right foot, keeping the back straight, keeping the body straight. Hold this for a half hour, just kidding. Set the right foot down. Weight shift right. And left cat. And back to Wuji. Beautiful. Shake your legs loose. Good job, everybody. Good job. That's a hard one to do, isn't it? And you guys have done it twice today because we did both of those. Here. So make sure you take care of your legs. Drink plenty of water, okay? Because that's a lot. Those two exercises twice in a day. Because having taught them, I get to do them also. So drink plenty of water. That will help you, okay? Good job. All right. More leg. No, we'll do a hand exercise. Wuji position. Touch the thumb to the palm. Stretch the hand. Touch the pointer finger to the palm and stretch the hand. Touch the ring or middle finger to the palm and stretch the hand. Touch the ring finger. Feel how the muscles in your arm all the way up to your shoulder are engaged. Stretch the hand and then touch the pinky to the palm and stretch the hand. Beautiful. Pointer finger and thumb, interlock the two. Tips of the other three fingers and gently push the palms towards one another. Make sure you're in that Wuji position as you're doing this. And then relax. Then middle finger and thumb, make them into a circle, interlock the two. Tips of the other three fingers, gently push the palms towards one another. And relax. Ring finger and thumb, interlock the two. Tips of the other three fingers, gently push the palms towards one another. If you get too tired, you sit down, okay? And relax. There's no harm in sitting down. No, not ring finger. Pinky and thumb, thank you. Interlock the two. Tips of the other three fingers, gently push the palms towards one another. And relax. Beautiful. Neck exercise. I saw someone doing this. Was it somebody here? Maybe it was the last class. Figure eights, all right? Lazy eight. Side to side. You can sing Stevie Wonder if you want. Hold on to the chair if you need to. When you get to the center, stop and reverse back in the other direction. And when you get to the center, stop. Just trying to make my adrenaline. If you need to sit, sit. Oh, okay. That's why I had you hold on to your chair if you needed to. So that's fine. That's fine. That's testing the balance. And that's why we do it in a nice, safe area like this. Okay. Let's do a shoulder exercise. You can do this from the chair if you want, or you can stand. All right. Left hand, upper part of the left chest, forward circle with the elbow. When you get to the bottom, stop and reverse back in the other direction. Make sure you're in that Wuji position as you're doing this. Beautiful. Now take the right hand, upper part of the right chest, forward circle with the elbow. Go nice and slow. Keep the body straight. And when you get to the bottom, stop and reverse. Beautiful. Let's do the prayer wheel. Prayer hand position. Weight shift to the right, step out empty left. Plenty of space between the feet, right? Probably a little bit more space. Even a little more is good. There you go. And then exhale as you weight shift forward. Inhale, weight shift back. Keep the feet rooted to the ground. Exhale, keep that back heel down. And inhale. Don't step out as far. Widen your stance. That'll help. Exhale, keep the back heel down. Inhale. Weight shifts forward. And weight shifts back. Totally lost count. Exhale. Inhale. How many was that, Dave? Were you counting? Oh, rats. One more. Exhale. And inhale. Come back to center. So, give me a hint on this one before we do the other side. If you're standing like this and you're feeling kind of like I don't have good balance, check your feet. It could be too close. So you pull the front foot back, widen the foot out, gives you that wider base, and you work a little better. Okay? All right. Weight shift left. Step out empty right. And continue. Exhale. Good stepping. And inhale. Weight shifts forward. Keep the feet on the ground. Weight shifts back. Keep the feet on the ground. Exhale. And inhale. Shift the weight with the hips. Hips come forward, weight shift forward. Hips come back, weight shift back. Hips come forward, weight shift forward. Keep the back heel down. Hips shift back, weight shifts back. One more time. Exhale. And inhale. All the weight's on the left. Right foot is now empty. So I come back to center and relax the hands down. Make sure you're shifting your weight with your hips, that you're not just standing here and doing this with the hands, but you're shifting the weight forward, shifting the weight backwards. Your weight is actually determined where the center of your body is, where your hips. And if you think about it like with ball players, pitchers, they pitch with their hips, right? If they have a leg injury or hip injury, they can't pitch anymore. Think of batters. When batters are batting the ball, they start by leading with their hips, right? Pretty much in any sport that happens, it all happens like the center of the balance of the body is the hips. So when you move your hips forward, move your hips backwards. The upper part of the body, so when I move the hips forward, my head and shoulders just follow what my hips do. Weight shifts back, again, head and shoulders follow. They don't lead what my hips doing or don't trail behind what my hips are doing, but they move in line with my hips. Okay? All right. So we got just a couple minutes left. I want to work on the cloud hands move. Okay? So we do in the form, we do Soon style cloud hands, and we're stepping to the side. So I'm going to reverse and kind of follow the carpet. So as I step out, shift weight, step in, but I keep plenty of space between my feet. Step out, shift weight, and then step in, but I keep plenty of space between my feet. Okay, there you go. Step out, shift weight, and step in, plenty of space. Beautiful. Now let's go back the other direction. Yeah, you can move your chairs if you need to. Weight shift to the right, step out empty left, shift the weight, step in, right foot. Plenty of space between the feet. There you go. Weight shift right, step out left, shift the weight left, step in right, plenty of space between the feet. Good job. Step out, shift the hand, shift the weight, and back to center, plenty of space between the feet. Good. All right, so that's what we're doing with our feet. Now, you can do what they actually call it prison Tai Chi. If you don't have a lot of room, just pick the foot up, set it down, shift the weight, pick the foot up and set it down. But just you can stay in one place if you need to. I think all of you have demonstrated you have really good balance on this. Okay. So for the hands, we're going to go to the that exercise we did in the warm up where we're holding the ball, taking the ball to one side over here, and then the other side. So we're going to do the same thing. Okay, let's do that once. Prayer hand position, Tai Chi ball, left hand on top. Now we're not worrying about the feet. I turn to the left. I turn the ball over, right hand's on top, and turn to the right. Okay. Turn the ball over, come back over to the left again. Beautiful. Now, as I turn the ball over, I'm going to shift my hands. I'm going to take the left hand, the lower hand, and that comes down. It pushes down towards the floor, and I don't hold it up here, but I hold it down here so my arm is rounded. Okay? Then with the right hand, the palm comes up, the fingers come up, and the palm comes out. So it's like I'm wiping off a mirror and a countertop at the same time. And then I turn to the right. I shift hands. That right hand is down, left hand is up, right at the level of the heart. Left hand out, right hand down, and then shift to the left. Shifting the hands, right hand out and up, left hand down, shift to the left. So I'm turning my body, to the right, Shifting the hands. Now I turn to the left, turning the upper body to the left. So I haven't shifted weight. I'm still 50-50 on my feet. I shift the hands, keep that lower hand down low so it's not up here, carrying it down here, and turn to the right. Shift hands, come back, keep that lower hand low to the left. Shift hands to the left. Shift hand, that was to the right, to the left, sorry. Beautiful, and then come back to center. And next week we'll work on connecting the feet and the hands together. Any questions about that at all? There's a lot of things going on with cloud hands, so don't like, oh, it's too confusing, I can't do it. It is confusing. Yeah, but this is good for you. Mm-hmm. Okay, good, good. So there's a lot of things going on there, but we're teaching that brain to multitask while we do this. So that's one reason why it's really good for somebody with Parkinson's. That's probably one reason why you feel real tired when you do cloud hands. Okay. All right. You be nice and careful now. You're tired. Yeah. All right. Let's do a cool down. Shake, lightly punch, slap the legs. Yeah, just what I need to roll down a hill. Oh, you did that on purpose? Oh. Oh. Oh, I am glad you didn't hurt yourself. All right, one more exercise. Okay, now remember what I said about concentrating on one thing. Exhale. No, we're concentrating on Tai Chi. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. You know, schizophrenics do the same thing. They start feeling better and they go off their medicines and they go all whack. All right. So don't do that again. Yeah. All right. Good. 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 Good job today. We ran a little overtime. Sorry about that. You have a great weekend and we'll see you next week. All right. No problem. Darlene, you take it nice and easy. We'll move the chairs back if we need to. No, I didn't say that. Watch your. You said that as you kicked your bottle. No, I just noticed you're stumbling a little bit more right now. So you need to rest, okay? And I only say that out of compassion for you. I know, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing to be independent. But you also need to listen to your body.